Yeah, dear viewer, you're welcome once again at Juba International Airport, where the body of late Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese of Juba has arrived, and waiting for the body to be brought out. Just you have to excuse us because the noise is too much. Yeah, the noise is too much, and that is the voice of the plane. That is actually the noise of the plane. Yeah, Mourners are gathering right now at Juba International Airport. Mourners are gathering around the plane, and that is at the VIP, where clergies, bishops, government officials have all come to receive the body of our late Archbishop Paulino Lokudu, Loro. And you can hear the background actually, the choir singing, and sisters have lined up, actually learners lining up to receive the body of the late Archbishop. We all know that the late Archbishop died on the 5th of April of this month, the year 2021, after he was flown to Nairobi, Kenya, where he succumbed to an illness. Late Lokudu was actually been known for his tremendous role in the Catholic Church and in the South Sudanese society, for his role in promoting peace. And this is what today most of the religious leaders have commended him for. So we have heard a lot earlier on the legacy that the late Archbishop has left, which includes peace, being a peacemaker. He's been described as a very humble man, was a man of integrity, and his support to South Sudanese, especially during the civil war. So his reception is huge. As you can see, hundreds of mourners have gathered around, and shortly we will see his body being brought out of the plane. That is the Kenya Airways, or known as KQ. Religious persons, priests, pastors, sisters, gathered all around, have lined up. You can see them waving. Yeah. Religious sisters waving in mourning of late Archbishop Paulino Lokudu. So The Vice President, Dr. Wanega, has represented the government to receive the body of the late Archbishop Paulino Lokudu. And yes, so many religious leaders. You can see with the red top, these are bishops from the different churches, the Catholic Church, the Anglican churches, the Presbyterians, IIC. These people have all turned up. And they also the late. He said a lot about left. We are still seeing other passengers getting out of the plane. He has been brought actually in a passenger plane, that is KQ, which is being offloaded. And probably after the offloading, then we would see his body being pulled out for the reception. It's actually a huge gathering at Juba International Airport. People of all walks of life have turned up to receive the body of the late. Salam, Daddy. This is iRadio streaming TV.
You know, where Bishop
Yes.
Bishop Paulino Lokudu Loro where Bishop Tanna. Data men Olubai Tanna awal dufa. Al Bishop Paulino Dugulana Tespit. Fetalata Utamanin. Anne Semir Lahad min zaman danna feta al Mesihi. Lahad dana dakalta fi kwayas. في سنة 96 أنا أول أنا كويس نمرة 2 في كيزيتو. أنا ما بقدر أونس كتير قلبي تقوى ده كلام ده بقولي لكم.
Sorry. أنت بذكر كويس أنت بذكر شنو كويس عن موتوران.
بيتكلم معاك عنه
كثير.
يعني وجهه
في زمن 92 أنا كنت صغير. لكن موتوران بقولي لكم ده واقف معنا في جوبا إيدي. زمن تحارب. زمان تحارب هنا كان ما قسم عنا دوالة في ناس كده قال في بيت الأبيض موتران بولينا لو كده قتلا في بيت الأبيض أولاد تنا تبارك كتير موتران كان ما قسم ولدي قبيلة باريا ولدي قبيلة ياتو ولدي قبيلة ياتو أنا بهمنا في إسرائيل ده موتران كان متواحد موتران من دي سكرجيون أنا بقسم قال ده باريا ولدي مودو جاسل أنا كان بونس كتير لكن
شكرا اسم تاعك.
أنا سوزان بيتر تومبي.
Suzanne Peter, you can see one of the mourners. This is one of the staunch Catholic Christian who has actually broken into tears, having seen actually the plane that has brought the body of late Archbishop Paulino Lokudu Loro, and the body is yet to be brought out from the plane. And yes, you have just heard from one of the faithful who is so much touched because of what she felt the late had done in the lives of South Sudanese. She, the late, has left a lot in terms of what the late did in the past, especially during the civil war. And she saved the lives of South Sudanese during the civil war. So it's a heartbreaking moment, a heartbreaking event altogether to see that the late has finally gone, and we are yet to see his body to be pulled out from the plane, and then probably there would be remarks from the Vice President James Wanega. Let's speak to Oyed, who is the Secretary General of the South Sudan Council of Churches. Yes, Father Oyed, it's good talking to you.
Thank you, Radio News of iRadio.
It's a pleasure speaking to you. And finally, the body of late Archbishop Paulino Lokudu has arrived. So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts, I was ordained by Archbishop Paulino Lokudu, a priest. I was formed by him to be a priest. He's my father. I'm missing him. But I want to accept the will of God. There's time for everything. He has wanted him to himself. We are going to miss him. His wise suggestions, his direction, his guide. Especially for me as I work in the South Sudan Council of Churches. It was his choice for me to be in the Council of Churches. If I'm working there, it was he who called me from home. So I'm going to miss him. But I want to thank God because he has given us the testimony of what life is. How do we live in this world? How do we work in this world? What are the things that we need to deserve in this world? He goes as a witness. He's no more, but his spirit is living in us. He is no more, but what he has done is in us.
How can his goodness live on?
Through our examples, through what he has done, all you will see, you have seen. Go to the Council of Churches. He has got his fingerprint there. The house we have there, all that, the peace programs, Paulino Lokudu was part of that. He's a man of communism. He's a man of interreligious dialogue. He's a man of the people of God. You can see here with us, we have got the members of the Islamic Council, of the members of other churches of the South Sudan Council of Churches, and all other churches, because they know who Paulino Lokudu is for them. During the war, he was the voice of God, of the people of God in South Sudan. When he speaks for the poor, he speaks for the needy, he speaks for all the people. And that is what Archbishop Paulino is. We are going to miss him, but he is a saint in heaven. Will you pray for us?
Thank you very much, Father. Thank you indeed. And now there is the body of late Archbishop Paulino being brought down, and for a bit of viewing by the faithful. But of course, we expect that his body will be taken to St. Teresa. I understand there's going to be a vigil, and in the Catholic sense, there's going to be prayers in the church. His burial will be done on Monday, as tomorrow will be Sunday, and tomorrow there will be viewing of his body, and of course there will be prayers and speeches that will be made. We expect that the heads of state will be there. But today, the government has been represented by Vice President Dr. James Wanega, who is actually present, and we don't know what next, but certainly, yes, the casket is already here. As you can see, mourners around watching over to see what is taking place. Well, the body has already been brought out of the plane, and you can see the media is being asked to leave the scene. Yes, the media is been asked to leave the scene, and those who are handling the caskets are being disinfected. And shortly, the body will be brought forward to where the Vice President, Dr. James Waniga, is seated, and that is at the entrance of the VIP room. That is at Juba. Flower is being put on the casket.